Hi, I'm Coach Sam from Canterbury Kayaking, Christchurch's professional kayak school and gear specialists. We're here at the Waimakariri River, the location of our coast-to-coast multi-sport kayak course. In this video, I'm going to be going through all the gear that you might want for this course with us. Now, if you're not lucky enough to be signed up for a course with us this summer, keep watching because you could learn something new about gear and multi-sport training. Now, of course, all the gear that you see in this video is going to be available for purchase for our online store, canterburykayaking.co.nz, so please support our kayak school by placing your order through our website. Now, the gear setup we're looking at for this program is going to help us transfer our fundamental skills from our Grade 2 certificate course into our racing kayak and out here on the Waimakariri River. Now, of course, feel free to create your own personalised gear list. These are just my recommendations and what I see as best value for money in terms of what we're going to be doing on this training program. Alright, so let's start getting ready to get out there on the river. Now, our Coast to Coast Multisport course is our second phase course in your journey towards the coast to coast. This means you've probably already done our Grade 2 certificate course in a whitewater kayak, or you've done a Grade 2 course somewhere else. So you probably already know that the first thing that goes on is a good pair of polyester base layers. These ones are from ThermaTech. Next, you're going to slip your legs into a pair of Neoprene kayaking shorts. Now, these are going to provide good extra warmth from the cold Waimakariri River. It's glacial water out there, and hey, you're probably not going to race in these if it's really hot conditions, but you'll definitely want them on every day during our course. Now, depending on what time of year you come and do your program with us, you might consider putting on a mid-layer or a fleece jacket over the top of your base layer. If the conditions are cold, you're definitely going to want this on, but if it's a hot day and we're just doing something out on the flat water, you might choose to skip this layer. The one I'm wearing today is a Sting jacket from Earthsea Sky. This is the best layer for underneath a paddle jacket because it's got a smooth face fabric. Next, it's time to get something on your feet to protect your toes if you end up swimming down the river with your boat and paddle trying to self-rescue. So for that, we've got the Palm Rock bootie. This is the same bootie that we recommend for our Grade 2 course as well. It's got enough protection underfoot for the sharp rocks, but it also has enough flexibility that you can feel the rudder pedals. Now, during your Grade 2 course, I'd often recommend wearing socks with these. However, now that we're trying to operate the pedal system, I'd recommend going barefoot inside your booties to give you a little bit more feel while you're learning. Now, of course, if your feet get so cold that you can't feel them anyway, then you probably do want to wear socks so that you can feel what's going on with your rudder system. Now, our most important layer is always going to be our paddle jacket. Now, there are lots of different options for paddle jackets. During your Grade 2 course, we recommend a full dry paddle jacket because we're doing so much rolling in cold water, the river rescue scenarios, and you want to be fully dry if possible. Your full dry paddle jacket is going to work great on this program too. However, the best paddle jacket for our Coast to Coast Multisport course is going to be the Vertigo, which is a semi-dry jacket. It's got a slightly lighter fabric overall, so the jacket doesn't feel quite as cumbersome on a hot day. And it also has a softer neck gasket made of just neoprene rather than the latex rubber found on your full dry. This makes it a bit more comfortable when you're paddling for a long time on a hot day. It still has the latex rubber cuffs, so water doesn't enter through the sleeves, and I think that's a really important feature. If your paddle jacket doesn't have any latex rubber seals on the wrists or any tight sealing around the neck, I think that's probably not enough for what we have planned in this program. The next step is a spray skirt. Now, by this stage, you've probably got your own multi-sport boat or racing sea kayak, and it's important that you get a spray skirt that fits the kayak and your waist. This multi-sport version from Rasdex has a large pocket on the top of the deck, which allows you to put some snacks or extra food or race supplies in there, so it's within easy reach, even when you've got your race bib over the top of your PFD. Make sure you don't forget this step. You need a good life jacket to get on the river. This one is from Rasdex. It's the same one we recommended you get during your Grade 2 course, but this one's specifically built for multi-sport racing, so it's really going to come into its own on this program. Make sure that whatever PFD that you choose has this secure waist strap around the bottom that wraps underneath your rib cage, tightens right up, stops the PFD coming off your head if you end up swimming down a rapid. The Coast to Coast requires this, as does our safety plan. Another thing that our safety plan requires is that if you're using your own PFD, it's got to have a whistle on it. grab yourself a Fox 40 whistle because they're the best for out on the river. Now that we're paddling over larger distances and we're pretty isolated out here on the Waimakariri River, we need you to carry a survival bag in your PFD. The Coast to Coast race requires you to do this on race day as well, so grab one from our website. As for the helmet, Sweep Protection makes the best helmets on the market, and we recommended this one during your Grade 2 course. It's now perfect for using on the Waimakariri River as well, where the water is really quite shallow. You want that good protection, you want a thermal wicking liner so the sweat doesn't run into your eyes, and a bit of ventilation on the top helps on a hot day too. Now, one of the challenges of paddling out here on the Waimakariri River is reading the water, and early in the morning the sun will be rising right down there. The trick to dealing with it is picking yourself up a Salamander helmet visor from our website and velcroing that to the front of any helmet model that you might own. This provides really good sun protection, and I think everyone doing the coast to coast needs to have one of these on their helmet. Now, of course, you're going to need a paddle, and if you haven't done so already, this program is the perfect time to transition from using a whitewater paddle in your Grade 2 course to now using a carbon fibre racing wing paddle. Now, getting exactly the right paddle for you can be a little bit of a challenge. We spend a lot of time on the first day just adjusting the paddle for each of our clients before we get started. You want to make sure that you get one with an adjustable shaft and that has a really small blade surface area so that you can last the distance down that 70-kilometre river. Now, after demoing a few different models, what most of our clients end up gravitating towards is the Odin-XS by Gara paddles. Now, these are an ideal blade size for a long distance race, and because they have such an incredibly light swing weight, you're not going to tire as quickly as the heavier or larger blades out there. Now, you've got all your paddling equipment sorted. What you need to organise before you hit the river is an emergency dry bag with some gear in it in case we have some problems out there. The Coast to Coast requires that you carry this, and so does our safety plan too. Now, some people bring along these really thin and fragile dry bags that are really designed to be put inside a tramping pack. They're not going to experience abrasion. I'd recommend going for something a little bit thicker and heavier, and that way you can ram it in the back of your kayak and pull it out when you need it without damaging the fabric and turning a dry bag into a wet bag. Now, the Palm Classic Dry Bag in the 18-litre version is the most popular model for our clients at the moment. It has a nice durable fabric that we've never had an issue with. It's got enough space for all your compulsory gear and a little bit of extra room for some lunch and a spare layer if you need it. Inside your dry bag, you're going to put some additional equipment. This is in addition to what you're already wearing to go down the river. What you need to carry is a spare set of thermals, both the bottoms and the long sleeve top. You also need a spare mid-layer or fleece jacket, some thermal socks, and some thermal gloves, a thermal hat, some waterproof pants. You also need a small first aid kit and also some duct tape which can fix just about anything, including a cracked kayak. So you've got all your equipment ready now. It's time to get out on the water, but what sort of kayak is going to be best for learning in and preparing for the coast to coast? Well, there's a lot of options to choose from, and this is an area where a lot of novices can go really wrong and make kayaking a lot harder for themselves than is necessary. For a course like ours, we're going to be really pushing your skills to the next level, so I'd recommend choosing a boat that you already feel stable in. Remember that if you're doing a course with us, we want to primarily be focused on your skills, not the kayak you're in. So if the boat you're in is not stable enough for where you're at right now, then that's going to be super distracting from what we might be trying to teach and develop in you on any given day. So grab a nice stable boat and then you can focus on the skills we're trying to develop. A nice wide, short, stable model of multisport kayak is probably a good choice. Another really good option that I'd totally endorse is a ultralight sea kayak. These are becoming more and more popular because they make getting out on the river a lot easier in the beginning. They're just a bit more stable. They're really resilient. When you hit a rock, they're not going to break. They just make the whole experience of learning these new skills more enjoyable and a lot safer. So there you go, that's my recommendations for all the gear you might want for your Coast to Coast Multisport course and for your Coast to Coast race preparation. Remember to stay safe out there. If you're a novice, please don't jump on this river unless you've got a qualified guide or instructor with you. We don't want you to get into trouble before race day. Wherever you're at with your kayaking right now, I hope this video has been interesting and valuable to watch. If it has helped and you are in need of some new kayaking gear, I'd really appreciate your support of our little kayak school here by placing your order through our website canterburykayaking.co.nz. It'll help us continue doing what we love so much. Thanks.